Good morning everyone. Today in this session we are going to discuss regarding the nomenclature of elements with atomic number greater than 100. The name of these elements was given by the scientist who discovered it. The element 104 was discovered by the American scientist. His name was Rutherfordium. At the same time, that element was also discovered simultaneously by the Soviet scientist. There was a dilemma that the name should be given whether the American scientist name or the Soviet scientist name. Till the official declaration of the name is taken place, before the official name has been announced, we have to name that element. So, we have to follow the rules of IUPAC to name any element. Let us see what are the rules to be followed here. 0, the digit 0 is the name given as nil and its abbreviation written as N. For 1, it is given name as un, its abbreviation is U. 2, here it is given as bi, its abbreviation is B. 3 is tri, its abbreviation is T. The first letter of the name itself is the abbreviation given. 4 is given as quad. Here we do not take it as tetra. If we take tetra means for tri it is T, for tetra also it becomes T. Hence, for 4 it is given as quad and represented by symbol Q. 5 pent P, 6 hex H, 7 sept. Here we do not use hept. Hept we use means hex hept both comes H. Instead of hept we use here sept. 7 for sept, symbol is S. 8 oct O, 9 in E. So the atomic number 101. 1 means here 1 means name is un. 1 means un. 0 means nil. 0 means nil. Again 1 means here un. After writing this 101, 1 means un, 0 means nil, 1 means un. At the end we have to write IUM. What is the symbol here? For 1 symbol is U, for 0 symbol is N and for 1 symbol is U. U and U. First we have to write capital U, then small n, then U. U and U is the symbol given for the element with atomic number 101. How you will pronounce this one? UN means un, nil, niyam. The name of this element is un, nil, niyam. Similarly, 102, 1 means un, 0 means it is nil, 2 means what it is? 2 means it is bi. Last you have to write IUM. So, how you will pronounce this one? Unilbium. 1 symbol is U, 0 symbol is N and 2 symbol is B. U and B is given the symbol for the element with atomic number 102. Similarly, 103, 1 is un, 0 means here, 0 means nil, 3 means it is tri, IUM. How will you pronounce this one? Uniltrium. UNT. 104 un, 0 means nil, 4 means here it is quad, IUM. Unalquadium. UNQ. Element with atomic number 105. 1 is un, 0 means nil, 5 means it is pent. Last at the end you have to write IUM. Unalpentium. Unalpentium. UNP. 106 nil, 6 means it is Higgs. IUM. Unalhaxium. 1 represent U, 0 represent N, 6 represent here H. Similarly 107 is Unalseptium. The symbol for this is UNS. 108, 1 represent un, 0 represent here nil, 8 represent oct. At the end you have to write IUM. Unaloctium. UNO. 109, 1 is un, 0 is nil. Here for the 9 we write it as EN. ENN. ENNIUM. UN and the symbol is E. Unalanium. 110. 1 represents here un, another one represent un, 0 represents here nil. Nil. The name of this element is unanilium. How you will write this one? U. Symbol for 0 is N. 111. Unnium. Unnium. U. Remember that always symbol first letter should be capital, remaining should be small. Unnium. 111. If you see that names up to 111 the name of the scientist has been given. Later on some of the elements they are discovered and some of the elements they are not discovered, yet they are under progress. The elements which has been discovered, they are not given the name of the scientist because still it is not officially declared the name of the scientist. Until then we had to use the IUPAC name of these elements. Let us write 111 after 112. Atomic number 112. Atomic number 112. 1 indicates here, 1 is abbreviation is un, 1 is un, 2 is what? 2 is bi. How you pronounce this one as? Unbium. The symbol is un, U capital, U small, B. 112. 113 element. Up to 111 they gave the name of the scientist, but later on we had to write these elements by using the IUPAC rules. 113 un, 3 means try, IUM. Untrium. Untrium. 114. 1 represent un. 4 represent quad. At the end you have to write IUM. Unquadium. Symbol is UQ. 115. 1 represents un, another one represents un. 5 represents here pentium. 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 116. 1 represents un, another one represents un. 6 represents here hex. IUM. Unhexium. Hexium. Symbol is H. 117. 1 means un. 1 means un. 7 means here sept. IUM. Septium. Yes. 118. In the periodic table only 118 elements they have gave in your modern periodic table. Let us study up to 118. 1 un. 8 means oct. IUM. Octium. UO. You can write the other elements also with atomic number 120 and so on using these rules. So this is the nomenclature of elements with atomic number greater than 100. Compulsory you get one question from this part in the competitive exam as well as in the theory part. When you write the competitive exam in the second PUC, NEET, JEE, compulsory you get the one question. They give you the atomic number and they ask you to write the IUPAC name of that element. You have to use these rules and you have to name the element. After this nomenclature of elements with atomic number greater than 100. So let us know the electronic configuration, how to write the electronic configuration of the elements. To write the electronic configuration of the elements, we should know the rules of filling of the electrons. First, let us see how these electrons are arranged in an atom. Central part is the nucleus. Around this there are the shells. First shell we call it as K shell. Second known as L shell. Third known as M shell, and the fourth known as N shell. In this way they have given the naming for the shell as K, L, M, N, O, P. You have seen that in the periodic table here the possible shells are 7. There are only 7 periods are there. Until now we have discovered only the elements having the 7 shells K, L, M, N, O, P. You can mention here. K shell, here its principal quantum number n is equal to 1. We call it as first shell n is equal to 1, second shell n is equal to 2, third shell n is equal to 4, and the fourth shell n is equal to 4. If an element belongs to the first period, the elements arranged in the modern periodic table, the elements arranged in horizontal rows are known as the periods. The elements arranged in the vertical columns are known as the groups. n is equal to 1 means the elements belonging to this first period, they are having only one shell. They are having only K shell. N is equal to 2 indicates that they are having two shells. So first element having only one shell, n is equal to 1. For example, hydrogen. What is the atomic number of hydrogen? It is 1. How you will write this distribution of electrons? Nucleus, it is having only one shell. For hydrogen, n is equal to 1. N represents the principal quantum number. It also indicates the shell, number of shells. For hydrogen, atomic number is 1. It is having only one shell. It is having only one shell, that is, it is having one, that is K shell. Here, the electrons are filled here. Only one electron is there. It is filled in the K shell. N is equal to 2. For example, if I take lithium, here its atomic number is 3. 3 means here n is equal to 2. Lithium will be having how many shells here? It is having 2 shells. N is equal to 2 indicates a number of shells. Lithium, it comes in the second period. 3 electrons, first shell, 2 electrons are filled, and the third electron enters into the second shell. This is the first shell and this is the second shell. In this way, electrons are filled in increasing order of their energy levels. If we take this one element, the last shell is known as the valence shell. It is known as valence shell. The last shell is known as valence shell. It is also known as the ultimate. The last shell is known as the valence shell. Also, it is known as the ultimate shell. Valence shell or ultimate shell. Just inner to this one ultimate shell is the penultimate shell. It is known as penultimate shell. Inner to the penultimate shell is known as anti-penultimate shell. Anti-penultimate shell. Outer shell is known as valence shell, outermost shell, ultimate shell. Just inner to that ultimate is penultimate. Inner to the penultimate is known as anti-penultimate shell. If you see this K, L, M, N, they are known as shells. K, L, M, N, they are known as shells. In these shells, orbitals are present. There are 4 are there, S, P, D and F orbitals. S, P, D and F orbitals. K shell contains only S orbitals. K shell contains only S orbitals. L shell contains 2 orbitals, S and P. M shell, third shell contains S, P, D. And the fourth shell contains S, P, D and F orbitals. There are 4 orbitals, S, P, D and F orbitals. In these orbitals, the electrons are revolving in its own axis. Also, these electrons are revolving in its shells. It is also known as orbits. First shell is having only S orbital. Second shell is having 2 S and P. Third shell S, P, D. Fourth is having S, P, D and F orbitals. S orbital, its shape is spherical shape. S orbital is having spherical shape. P orbital is having dumbbell shape. P orbital is having dumbbell shape. D orbital is having double dumbbell shape. D orbital is having double dumbbell shape. And what about F orbital? We don't know regarding F orbital. F orbital is considered as a imaginary. These S, P, D and F orbitals, they are further divided into suborbitals. S orbital is having only one, P it is having three. It is based upon the orientation of these orbitals in space. If this P orbital orientation is along the x-axis, we call it as Px. If it is along y-axis, Py, and along z-axis, Pz. S, P, D and F are known as orbitals. S, P, D, F are orbitals, and the suborbitals are, for P there is no any suborbital for S, only one orbital is there. For P suborbital is Px, Py, Pz. And D, its shape is double dumbbell, and it is having 5 suborbitals for D. 5 suborbitals for D is dxy. The word itself indicates xy means these two d orbitals lobes. The lobes of the orbitals, they are lying in between the x and y axis. D xy, D yz, D zx, D x square minus y square, and D z square. Regarding their shape, you will study in the atomic structure. Just at this point you remember that D is having 5 suborbitals, dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, dz square. F it is having 7 suborbitals. Yes, F is having 7 suborbitals. The electrons are filled in these orbitals. First, the electrons are filled in K shell. After filling of this electron, next electron enters into the L, then M, N and so on. The electrons are filled in increasing order of their energy levels. If you see here S, how to fill here this S means just we write one box, in that we represent 2 electrons. S orbital capacity is 2. S capacity is 2. One is clockwise and another is anti-clockwise. The electrons are revolving in clockwise, up arrow mark, down arrow mark, half arrow mark indicates that the electrons are revolving in anti-clockwise. The capacity of S orbital is only, it can have maximum of 2 electrons. In P, how many are there suborbital? Px, Py and Pz. Each suborbital capacity is 2 electrons. Px can have 2 electrons, Y and Z. Total capacity of P orbital is 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2. It is having total P orbitals can accommodate how many electrons? 6 electrons. S orbital can accommodate how many electrons? 2 electrons. Similarly, D here, D is having how many suborbitals? It is having, D is having 5 suborbitals. So, maximum electrons it can accommodate is how much here? It can accommodate a maximum number of electrons is 10. And F is having 7 suborbitals. Each orbital 2 electrons means maximum number of electrons it can accommodate is 14 electrons it can accommodate. Here Let us see how these electrons are distributed. How we write the electronic configurations of the elements. To write the electronic configuration here, Aufbau, his name is Aufbau. He gave that the elements are arranged in increasing order of their energy level. Aufbau. Hence it is known as Aufbau principle. How the electrons are distributed? The electrons are arranged in increasing order of the energy level. First 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p. You can see that first 1s, first shell, n is equal to 1, 1s. Second is having 2s and 2p. Third is 3s, 3p, 3d. Third shell can accommodate 3s, 3p and 3d. Fourth shell 4s, 4p, 4d and 4f. 4s, 4p, 4d and 4f. Similarly here 5th shell 5s, 5p, 5d, 5f. 6th shell 6s, 6p, 6d, 6f. Similarly 7th shell 7s, okay, 7p, 7d, 7f. How to remember this electronic configuration? Easy method, I will tell you. First 1s. First is 1s. How to write the electronic configuration? 1s. Second is 2s. Second is 2s. 1s, 2s. Third will be, you have to come from this, from above to, from top to bottom. 2p, 3s. 2p, 3s. After that it is 3p, 4s. 3p, 4s. After 4s it is 3d, 4p, 5s. 3d, 4p, 5s. You have to fill in this way the increasing order of their energy levels. The electrons are filled. After this 5s, it comes now 4d, 5p and 6s. 4d, 5p, 6s. After this comes here 4f, 5d, 6p and 7s. 4f, 5d, 6p and 7s. In this way, you have to fill the electrons in increasing order of their energy level. Let us take one example. Hydrogen, I told you, atomic number of hydrogen is 1. How you will write its electronic configuration? Electronic configuration of hydrogen is equal to, hydrogen is having only one electron. So 1, it is in the first shell. Hydrogen is having only one electron. It is present is n is equal to 1. That is K shell. How many electrons possible here? Only one electron. 1. N is equal to 1. Where it is? First shell is having what? Yes. How many electrons are there? Only 1. So how you will write it as? NS1. 1s1 is the electronic configuration for hydrogen. Similarly, you can write the electronic configuration for the other elements. Atomic number helium, its atomic number is 2. So 2 means where the electrons? Here. First is the nucleus, first shell, that is K shell, n is equal to 1. How many electrons are there in first shell? 2. S orbital capacity is what? 2 electrons it can fill. S orbital capacity is 2 electrons it can fill. How many electrons possible in K shell here? 2 electrons are possible. S can fill how many electrons here? 2 electrons. P can fill how many? 6 electrons, D 10 electrons, F capacity is F is 14 electrons. First shell is S shell. How many? 2 electrons. Helium is having atomic number 2. 2 electrons are there. So first shell n is equal to 1, 1s. 2 represents here the number of electrons. 1s2. After this helium, next comes here lithium with atomic number 3. 3 means here 2 electrons are filled in first shell. Third electron, where it will go? It will go into the next the second shell. Lithium, I can write its electronic configuration. 3 means 1s2. 1s2. Next comes here the electron enters into 2s1. Total is 2 plus 1, 3 electrons. Its atomic number is 3. First shell, s orbital, it is having how many electrons? First shell is having 2 electrons. 2 indicates second shell, s orbital, how many electrons? 1 electrons. How many? 1, 2, 3. First shell 1s2, 2s1. Second shell is having 1 electron. Lithium. Next comes here beryllium. Atomic number 4. How you will write electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2. 1s2, 2s2. 2 plus 2, 4. First shell 1 indicates first shell 2 electrons. Second shell also it is having 2 electrons. First shell 2 electrons. Second shell also it is having how much electrons? 2 electrons. In this way the electronic configurations are given for the elements. After beryllium, next comes here the boron. Boron, what is the atomic number for boron? 5. How you will write the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 1s2, 2s2, 2p. Already 4 are there. How many it is? 5 means here 2p, 1. Here it will be 2p means here 2px, 2py, 2pz. Electron will be in 2px. 2 plus 2, 4 electrons and this is 5. So where is the electrons here? First shell n is equal to 1. How many electrons are there? 2. Second shell is having 2 electrons. 2s2, 2p. 2 indicates second shell. Total number of electrons in the second shell is 3 electrons. After boron, next comes here the carbon. Carbon, its atomic number is 6. How you will write electronic configuration for carbon? 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6. Carbon. Next comes nitrogen. 1s2, 2s2, 2p. It is already 4. 3 electrons in the p. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 3. N is equal to 7. Nitrogen. Similarly, you can write for oxygen. So you try these elements, write the atomic number and try the electronic configuration. Try to write the electronic configuration. You have to remember this series to write the electronic configuration of the elements here. See, in the periodic table you have seen that there are noble gas elements. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon as well as radon. In nature, all the elements want to tend towards the stability. They want to tend towards the attaining stability by gaining or losing electrons so that they attain the octet configuration as that of the noble gas configuration. That is octet configuration I discussed you in the previous class, that is NS2 NP6 configuration. Except helium, NS2 NP6 configuration is there for the noble gas. Total 8 electrons in its outermost orbital. all the elements want to tend towards the stability. Instead of writing the lengthier, we can write in short these elements with respect to noble gas configuration. For example, if I take lithium, what is the atomic number for lithium? Lithium atomic number is 3. Electronic configuration 1s2, 2s1. What is helium? Helium is 2. Its electronic configuration is 1s2, 1s2. Helium, we can write with respect to noble gas the electronic configuration. Instead of 1s2, I can write it as helium. It is understood. 1s2 means helium. Helium is 2 atomic number. Third, whatever it comes 3, 4, 5, we can write with respect to noble gas element helium. Neon atomic number is 10. The 11 atomic number we can write with respect to noble gas element neon. Argon atomic number is 18. After the 18 comes 19 potassium. We can write with respect to noble gas element argon. Instead of 1s2, I can write it as helium 2s1. Either you can write in this way, or with respect to noble gas you can write the electronic configuration. One more example I will take. Neon, its atomic number is 10. Sodium, its atomic number is 11. I can write it as 1s2, 2s2, okay. 2p here, its capacity is 6. Total it is 10. Still one electron is there, where it will be? It enters into 3s. It will be 3s1. 1s2, 2s2, 2p 6. Total is 10. This is the electronic configuration of the neon. I can replace this one by neon. I can write it as neon 3s1. Instead of writing this much, we can write it as neon 3s1. For the sodium, in this way we can write the electronic configuration of the elements. You should learn the electronic configuration to write the elements. You have the periodic table. Seeing the periodic table, you start writing the electronic configuration using this above principle. Try it so that it will be easy to understand the concepts. Thank you.